Hey friends, it's T and it's nap time. I hope she stays asleep. Y'all, this was the best I could do. I have zero help this afternoon. Little mama is not ready for me to lay her down. Mamas, y'all know what I'm saying. She ain't sleep. So I didn't want to make any excuses. I was able to hook up my ring light. I look a hot mess. I got spit up on my shirt. Started my hair, y'all. Washed it, blow dried it. Can't finish the process. But I had something on my heart that I wanted to speak about. So I said, push through, T. Somebody needs this word, okay? So I want to talk to y'all about blending a family. Blending bananas. Blending a family. Not for the weak. It is, I found it to be quite difficult in the beginning, but let me tell y'all why. Let me tell you my family dynamic first. I had 2 children prior to my marriage, and my husband had 1, and then God blessed us with Wellesley a couple months ago. So our family grew really quickly. Well, in a matter of 2.5 years, our family grew. But when I got married, y'all, let me tell you, I honestly went into this marriage thinking and believing that I could keep every other relationship in my life exactly the same way, and I could just add my husband and his daughter to the mix. That was my mindset. I hope you're not laughing at me. Don't laugh. I had it all types of twisted, y'all. I really can honestly say I did not fully understand what would be required of me when I got married. Okay? Whew, sweet baby Jesus. So we get married, everything is exciting and fun and new and fresh, right? For throughout the wedding planning, but and then we move in, everyone's trying to get acclimated and everyone's trying to figure everyone out, and then boom, trouble in paradise. And what I mean by trouble, and I think I may have spoken about this before. So my daughter, my very first love, my very first daughter, Tamia, it was her and I for 10 years. And sidebar, yes, I had each of my children 10 years apart. Don't ask me why or what I was thinking, because I don't have an answer for you. Thanks. However, had Tamia, which was my road dog. We grew up together. I was 16 years old, so naturally, I didn't know what I was doing. My mom helped me a whole lot. Village was amazing. So we've got Tamia, who at times was not in the correct lane because I wasn't in the correct lane. I had her out of wedlock. So there were times that I was looking to my daughter for comfort. I was looking to her for reassurance. I was looking to her for support. Literally had this little girl in a position that she had no business being in, right? No regrets. She's amazing. Turned out to be a beautiful go-getter. Love her to death. So this testimony is beautiful. I don't want anybody to take anything negative away from this, okay? Because I love my life. We popping over here. So, had Tamia, 10 years later, have my son. She struggled with him because she was like, Mom, you said it was just going to be me and you forever. Here I go lying to my little girl, just lying. We have DJ, another blessing. 2 kids out of wedlock at this point. Your girl was tripping. So because my children were out of place when I got married and I had a man to come in to nurture, support, take care of, really took loads off of me, because now we're trying to balance this life. Now I'm trying to do things God's way, according to his will, right? Not my own. So my daughter began to rebel just a little bit, made things just a little, it was just like, sis, we're besties. What you doing? So naturally, when things go haywire, you're on your knees. Like, I probably hadn't prayed so much in my life ever, but things started to get a little bit rough. I lost my father during this time. There was just a lot going on. I think, quit a job, started a job, moved. Everything they say that you shouldn't do in your first year of marriage, like, we did that. My husband transitioned into a new job. It was just a lot going on. So take that into consideration. And then me trying to correct the things that I had done wrong, not knowing, that I had my daughter in the wrong position until I got married. So, sis, I don't need you to be my savior anymore. God sent this guy. She like, hold up, I'm your person, but he's trying to be my person. Uh-oh, Toya, you can't have all these relationships stay the same. Something has to change. And let me tell you, your girl is not good with change. The Lord literally have to come down and like punch me in my throat, because I will stay the change when it's new, it's unknown, it's uncomfortable. That's why I don't be wanting to do nothing. Change sucks for me. I'm learning to be pushed outside of my comfort zone, but it was a struggle. So that relationship had its ups and downs. They're BFFs now. Thank you, Jesus. My son, we come into this situation. Him and my husband are initially besties. No problem. His daughter, Gigi, my roadie. Literally, she just left a half hour ago, almost cried. Like, I'm going to miss the girl. It's nice to have some estrogen in the house with me, okay? Like, she gets me. We're both, our birthdays are like a day apart. We're both Sagittarius. It's like we just click, okay? She's gone. I mean, that happened naturally. I had some relationships outside of my home, siblings, friends, that I had to put in their proper place when I became a wife. Because going from a single woman to a married woman, man, bananas. Like, the independence that I had then, my husband didn't like so much, because I had to train myself to simmer down, you have help, relax, and not fight a good thing, right? But like, being a single mom, that switch doesn't just go off overnight, baby girl. Like, not at all. Like, it took for my husband to be like, let me do this, let me help you, like, Toya. And I'm like, okay, having consistent help, this is weird. I was almost, because I talked about being comfortable, I was almost too comfortable with being a single mom. I didn't know what being a wife would require of me, leaving some of those bad habits. And I'm still working on stuff. It'll be 3 years for us in October. Please don't think that I done mastered it, baby girl, because I have not. I'm still trying to figure it out. Still trying to chill. My husband tells me all the time, like, you just be too ready. I'm like, I've always had to be ready. Sorry, I've always had to be ready. Anywho, the journey was different, because what the journey did for me was made me seek God on a whole nother level. It really made me dig into that Bible, to that word, to see what he required of me as a wife. Because unfortunately, I can honestly say my husband and I weren't surrounded with a bunch of successful marriages. Truth be told. So him and I are on this journey together, trying to figure out the right way, the godly way to do things, so that now our children can see something and have something to go off of, a blueprint to go off of, right? I've been around a lot of failed marriages. I've been around a lot of people who wanted to remain an individual in their marriage. You have to become one. The struggle was real for me then. I just really thought I could just operate like my own little entity in my house. Like, no, God calls us to greater. And if you don't understand marriage and you desire to be married, I suggest you start digging deep to see, sis, where you gonna be. Because single ways and married ways, they don't mix, they don't go. Especially when you are trying to honor God in your marriage. My husband and I, we clash at times, but the foundation is Christ, his principles, his teachings. How can we be better together? I know a lot of ladies that are like, I want to be married. And I support, if marriage is something that you desire, I support it, because it is ordained by God. It is a beautiful thing. But there are changes that have to be made. You can't walk into a marriage like me thinking that your life will stay exactly the same, because it will not. Because we decide to honor marriage, I got some people looking at me crazy because I'm choosing to go with the Lord said. I didn't go into this marriage thinking my husband was going to be number one. Let that sizzle in your spirit. Think about it, y'all. I literally did not think that I would actually have to put my husband first. They don't hear me, Belsy Welzy. So guess what that did? It made it super hard for him because, again, I'm trying to juggle all these people that have been there for me in my singleness, who would come and rescue me at the drop of a dime. I'm trying to still keep them here, all while keeping him here. Oh no, baby, there can only be one number one. Only be one number one. So because I had to move and shift some people around, I lost some friends. I've got some relationships that are kind of like on the fence right now. I don't know what's up, but biblically, y'all better get into that word before you just trying to get a ring. It's so much more than a ring. It's so much more than wedding day. And I know a lot of single moms that desire to be married. Guess what? Your kids are going on this journey with you. Have you ever really thought about what it takes to blend a family? Yeah, your kids is cute in the dating phase, baby, because he's trying to get you. But do your kids listen? Are you gonna let someone discipline your children? Is that person gonna have a say so? How is your baby daddy in them acting? Is your spouse now gonna have to deal with these other outside factors? Like, y'all, it's so much that goes into this. And not to scare you, because I promise you, you can still have a very beautiful situation. But we must take accountability and ownership. If you've gone backwards on so many things in your life and done things your way, don't think that you still won't have some bumps in the road because you're married. I'm married now. We're good. But guess what? I got 2 baby daddies. He's got a baby mama. And no disrespect, just saying. We've got other people now that we have to consider when making choices and decisions for our children. Not this one, but our other 3 kids, well, other 2. My daughter's grown now. She don't need no. We have to factor in those types of situations. Our weekends look different. Every other weekend we've got a house full. And then on the other weekend, now it's just Belsy Welzy in us. You know what I mean? Just so many different things you don't think about. I did not think about, But it's cool. It's great. I mean, I have my house be popping now, especially since I had this little girl. The house just be lit. Except for today, though. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get to this game. But yeah, I just don't want anyone going or walking into a situation thinking it's going to be rainbows and Skittles when you guys still requires much work of you. And again, it's always there for the taking. You know what I mean? It's not like it's hidden. And this is why I share so much, because I know there are women out there like me who didn't have a clue. I know that there are people that get married and don't last 90 days. I understand why you don't, why you didn't last, because you didn't know what it was going to require of you. If you're a runner, you're a track star. I can't believe I just did that. If you're a runner, if you're a track star, marriage is not for you. If you get mad and want to quit, marriage is not for you. If you want your spouse to be perfect, marriage is not for you. If you want to receive more than you give, marriage is not for you. Like, these are things you have to work on every single day. And from what I hear from older couples, my neighbors have been married for 50 years. They said they still working on it. Like, it's a never ending process. But there's so much beauty in having a partnership. pillow talk, sleeping with your best friend, having someone to confide in, someone to trust. There's so many beautiful things that come along with it, but I just want y'all to know there's work attached to that as well. One of our most difficult things was trying to blend this family, and then everything just magically worked out. God blessed us with this little girl who I'm thinking is the missing piece, because everyone just loves and just, you know, is drawing so much life from her right now. And she just happens to be the most feisty right now. Don't get it. I thought having a baby in wedlock was supposed to be a little bit easier. Somebody lied. Somebody lied. I think she might be asleep. I probably considered. Nope. So yeah, I wanted to share that. I've been thinking about that for quite a long time. I'm just so blessed and thankful that my family dynamic is what it is at this point. It's love, it's openness, it's you know, we just have experienced our own little slice of heaven at our house. It's just wonderful. I know a lot of people that are blended families, and it works. You know, most families at this point are blended. But don't give up. Don't shy away from it. It's some work. It's work, but it's good work, and you'll be fine. This you'll be good. There may be days you look like this though. I cannot. My BJ literally on the way out the house was like, "You're beautiful." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, sure." I don't get it, but yeah, y'all. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Questions, comments, or concerns, y'all, please hit me up, because I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be transparent with y'all. There's nothing going on in my life that I would not talk about. Everything is pretty much open, because what I have realized, every single thing that I have gone through and that I will go through will be to overcome, to help somebody else. So some people think I talk too much. I don't care. It's helping somebody. And I always get at least one confirmation, and that's why I do it. So if you want to talk to your girl about blending the family, holla at your girl. I would love for you to like, share, and subscribe. This movement, this journey that I'm on is much bigger than me. I truly want to reach as many women as possible, y'all. Like, us women, we need each other. There's a lot that goes on up here that we don't talk about because we're afraid of guilt, shame, embarrassment. Man, please. We all have we all have similar struggles. Why are we not talking about them? Why are we acting like they're not happening? Girl, you better get free. You better be free on today, sis. I'm tripping. Because Lord knows I need this nap. I done started washing some sheets. My bed is not made. I'm supposed to be at a game at 7 o'clock. Clearly, I don't know what type of wife I'm gonna be looking like. Like, did y'all see BJ's wife? Yeah, see me, because I see you. Okay, y'all, let me go. But for real though, let this video be, if you didn't get nothing, if the blended family thing don't even apply to you, just see that your girl is pushing past fear today, because I was going to talk myself out of this video. I was thinking, I gotta be T in the Cherokee, I gotta be in the car. My husband was like, babe, you can do a video wherever. Okay, cool. I ain't even had time to change. It just is what it is. This is the real life, everyday stuff that people have put on the back burner. I didn't have time to give y'all no eyeliner or earring today. So you got T in her rawest form. Okay? Gotta go. Love you, mean it. See you later.